sermon. They have got up from the resting places in their graves, and have set off for the final objectives. Every house has its own people. They are not changed, nor shifted from there. Commanding for good, and refraining from evil are two characteristics of God, the glorified. They can neither bring death near, nor lessen sustenance. You should adhere to the book of God, because it is the strong rope, a clear light, a benefiting cure, a quenching for thirst, protection for the adherent, and deliverance for the attached. It does not curve, so as to need straightening, and does not deflect, so as to be corrected. Frequency of its repetition, and its falling on ears does not make it old. Whoever speaks according to it, speaks truth, and whoever acts by it is forward in action. A man stood up and said, "O Imam Ali, tell us about this disturbance, and whether you inquired about it from the Holy Prophet." Thereupon Imam Ali said, "When God, the glorified, sent down the verse, Alif Lam Mim. What? Do people imagine that they will be let off on saying, 'We believe,' and they will not be tried? I came to know that the disturbance would not befall us so long as the Prophet, peace and blessing of God be upon him and his progeny, is among us. So I said, 'O Prophet of God, what is this disturbance of which God, the Sublime, has informed you?' And he replied, 'O Ali, my people will create trouble after me.' I said, 'O Prophet of God, on the day of Uhud, when people had fallen martyrs, and I was not among them, and this had been very annoying to me, did you not say to me, cheer up, as martyrdom is for you hereafter?' The Prophet replied, 'Yes, it is so, but what about your enduring at present?' I said, 'O Prophet of God, this is not an occasion for endurance, but rather an occasion for cheering up and gratefulness.' Then he said, 'O Ali, people will fall into mischief through their wealth, will show obligation to God on account of their faith, will expect his mercy, will feel safe from his anger, and regard his unlawful matters as lawful. By raising false doubts, and by their misguiding desires, they will then hold lawful the use of wine, by calling it barley water, a bribe by calling it a gift, and taking of usurious interest by calling it sale.' I said, 'O Prophet of God, how should I deal with them at the time, whether to hold them to have gone back in heresy, or just in revolt?' He said, 'In revolt.'